How did you do in the last election?
In the last election was very, very sad. Clearly, if you look at what happened in the last election, COVID-19 distracted most of our campaigns, especially those who didn't have TV or media houses that belongs to their party. You know, NDC and MPP do have their own media houses, and they had the opportunity to sit in their media houses to campaign. And the smaller parties didn't have such media, except one of the smaller parties, I think the GUM, who has a TV station, would also sit on and talk.
So the smaller parties struggled?
They struggled. They really struggled.
Because of COVID?
Because of COVID. Because you remember, there was no campaigns, nothing. So people were now used to the NDC and MPP thing. So it didn't give the other smaller parties the opportunity to sell themselves, even though they had better policies and good policies for Ghana than the bigger parties. But because COVID has taken over, people were all restrained from campaigning and doing other things. And we abide by the rules and regulations. Once in a while, when we get a platform like yours or any platform, we come and speak. But how many people have access to television and how many people have access to data? And data is quite becoming very expensive for people to download and watch on Facebook and whatever it is. So it's becoming expensive. But in a nutshell, I think that we will see 2024, which is coming very soon.
So how many votes did you get?
I don't know the number of votes I got.
Oh, you don't know?
I can't
No,
tell.
no, you can't say that. You ran an election as a presidential candidate.
Yes, I don't know.
You don't know the number of votes you got?
I don't know. I know only the number of votes the presidential candidate got in the total, but...
no, your votes, Hassan Ayariga.
Hassan Ayariga. It's
yes.
about, I think, according to them...
Who is them?
EC. We got about, I think, 25,000 or 35,000.
Out of the 12 million voters?
I was surprised. You know why?
No.
Paul, this is not for the consumption of TV, but we will say it. Look, even my own driver in my house and my security, when I was going for election, I left them here. They went to the polls and voted for Hassan Ayariga. My driver cannot say he doesn't know my picture, he doesn't know my distance. And he stood there, they said the day they counted, I got 0 there.
In a polling station?
Yeah, the police station where he voted. I went to a pharmacy.
You believe your driver?
Yes. I believe my driver. He wept that day.
In a police station in Accra?
Outside, he's outside here in the studio.
In a police station
in
Accra?
Accra. He said he stood there. He wanted
Can you get his driver? Can you get his driver? He's outside the studio.
He's outside. Get my driver.
Bring him.
Yeah. He said he voted for me. And when they counted it, I got 0. He said, Daddy, I wept that day. Then I went to a pharmacy. The pharmacy, the owner of the pharmacy got me there. I went and bought medication. And when I was going there, he said, hey, my brother, now I believe when people say that this country, the EC is not correct. And I said, why? He
At
said,
the pharmacy?
He said, we voted for you, Hassan Ayariga. We listened.
Oh, but do you believe that?
I believe. I'm not giving you only one example.
So this pharmacy, I don't know whether you should believe it.
My driver is here. You tell his story.
Okay, all right.
He said they voted for me. I got 0. My children went to school, and their classmates told them that your father, our father said they voted for me. When they counted up, he didn't get a vote. So many scenarios.
Did you have polling agents in these places?
No.
But why?
I can't pay all the polling agents. The NDC was giving polling agents 300 Ghana cedis. The MPP was giving polling agents maybe 500 Ghana cedis. And my polling agents, or those who wanted to, I don't know, they were asking for also 200 Ghana cedis. Multiply 200 Ghana cedis by 29,000. You are looking around somewhere 8 million Ghana cedis.
For polling agents alone?
Just for polling agents.
On voting
Or
day?
60 million.
Yeah, okay. So you didn't have polling agents at all?
I did have in some places. In those places I had, for instance, Swami. My candidate stood there.
Swami in Ashanti?
Swami Ashanti, Mohammed Mubarak. We counted and I got 467. And when they were recording, they recorded 27. When he
say that again. In a polling station?
In the police station where he stood there.
Now you had an agent there?
Yes, we had an agent there.
He's a parliamentary candidate?
He's a parliamentary candidate. The total votes where we got, I got there 427. When they were recording, they put 27. When he attested, they said, look, hold on, we can't arrest you. We can't do anything, but you shut up.
Oh, I don't want to believe these stories.
Let my driver, let him come. He was not here when I was coming.
Yeah, Tornado, has he got a mic on him? Yeah, let him come. Let him just come. So, Kwame, come closer to the chief. Okay, tell us, did you vote, do you speak English? And how country? For Mike, no call. What country? Your friend was saying?
Your friend, J. Kwame.
J?
Kwame.
J, Juma now,
Me, security.
We are security.
Yes.
Now unim driving.
Unim driving so.
Now unim Mr. Hassan Ayariga.
Me facha.
Unim no crime benso.
Of me say security but now me driving.
Who driving?
No number at the school.
Okay. Now Mr. Hassan Ayariga na juma ben or a politician.
Me facha.
Party now or down on your party the same. APC no more color then.
Me facha I white and blue and
okay.
Yellow.
About one I try mono otu abani bi.
Me facha.
Otu abani we hen.
Facha me to Hacho. Main station.
Hacho main station one
kan. Me facha.
Na otu ma hwen.
Facha me to ma Dr. Hassan Ayariga.
Otu abani ma Dr. Hassan Ayariga.
Me facha.
Na police station na otu ye na saying na Dr. Hassan Ayariga nyae.
Me facha me to ma ba no ewie no na eduru se omo bekin kan no. Na me do mintimi nipa omotoma ono no obati me metuma ono. Ba me koe no omo kan ba no ma anya bi omo ankan yede no mimi de no me twan sen ka me hwe se bia ya baka se mpapa wanya 1 but ya anya
wanya 0
oh
na ya bobo abana ya se wanya 0 no o kan bibi o gina ho na bobo abana
me pa chan
na ya bobo aba ya se wanya 0 no kan bibi
me fa cho se de hono se akoye no aya me nko ante me nso me nim kwan ya me fa so akoye den e ko bisa se ina
yama parliament no to ma hwan
me fa cho parliament no me ka se na NDC ni bi no ho but me tuma no
o to ma NDC ni no
me pa cha
because na APC ni candidate
me fa cha David
nti wa we NDC ni kakra ho
me fa cha David
we APC ni
me fa cha
na san APC be ba na o join party ben
oh na me mento
na won to aba no kra but say wa join APC
but me decide say because of that into me papa na me
because of that
meto ama
o to ma no
me fa cha
na wo catch them down for some so to ma na
me fa cha nko for bri
na ma wo catch them no moto ma no de
oh me hono na me ni adamfo bia me sera ne too close but me bibia me free no na me ka say mo to ma no
is there some okay no kra
me fa cha
asema okay no kra
me fa cha
ujidi pa
me fa cha
Oso udi ni say
me frame J Kwame me fa cha
how we security side driver
me fa cha
e ma Dr. Hassan Ayariga
me fa cha
na APC for nyum no nimbito nyum na omoko campaign aya mo to no nimbito
usa no de no usa ma no de ne say
yo yene ni din komo e wo TV so na o ka say o kan asema wo kan say wo ko to aba no na we kan ne wo so nya 0 na ya ngine ndi nti ne frɛ wo ba say also beka nti that's okay.
You should have asked him the number so that you would know.
Okay, so viewers, to wait. Let's see, Angelo, whether you are getting some messages on this particular testimony, and then we'll come to you to read it. So to wait, the gentleman is a J. Kwame. He says that he is ordinarily a security man, but he got into the employment of Dr. Hassan Ayariga, our host tonight, who is the founder and the presidential candidate of the APC in the 2020 election. And he went to Hacho in around Medina area, north of Accra, to cast his ballot on the 7th of December. He believes that he cast his ballot for Dr. Hassan Ayariga. He was astounded when at the counting of ballots, it was reported that Dr. Hassan Ayariga got 0. Because he knows that he definitely voted for him. It was a very sad day for him. That's what he reports. And he brought him in to see whether he will corroborate the story of his boss, Dr. Ayariga, or not. So the story is at least corroborated. We'll see what people say about it on social media. Let me hear your views about that. So you were cheated.
Look, Paul, when the media started reporting the results of political parties, it was APC, NDC, and MPP. Paul, with all sincerity, beside MPP and NDC, I campaigned more than any other political party in Ghana.
In 2020?
In 2020. Within the 1 month that they lifted the ban for us to campaign, 1.5 months. I met the president twice.
Where?
One in Western region, one in, what do you call it? Eastern region here.
You met him twice?
We crashed twice. We got to the same place. We all campaigned. We met. We stopped. We greeted each other. I met the former president three times.
John
Mahama. One in Tamale, one in Bolga, one in Kumasi. We crashed the same campaign ground. So I campaigned. I had good policies. I had good policies for Ghana.
Okay, somebody says maybe it was a spoils ballot. Did you teach them how to vote?
Oh, they know how to vote. What are you talking about? Was he the only one who wasn't how to vote?
So assuming you were not cheated, you will not get 25,000. But how many would you get?
Paul, I don't know. Maybe
don't you think?
Paul, you see,
don't you think, Hassan, that if I had contested this election as a presidential...
let me tell you something. You see, I've come to the realization that when they say there is no fairness in the political arena unless you stamp your feet there, that elections are won at the polling station.
Yes.
It's really true.
It's true.
Yes, it's very true.
But that elections are won at the polling station doesn't mean
when you
no
make
fairness.
a mistake at the polling station and you are not represented, anything can happen at any time.
But that means that, Hassan, you will never be able to.
Let me ask you.
You will never be able to win an election in Ghana because you don't have 16 million.
I will get it. I will get it one day.
One day,
very soon.
Okay.
You see, let me be very honest with you. Why is it that when the NDC got to court, they could not even provide pink sheets of their polling agents?
They didn't have it.
Because they probably did not also put polling agents at that places.
No, because Adom-Otchere did a lousy job.
No, you can't say that. You and I cannot sit down here and say that. Because you cannot send a polling agent
yes, but he's supposed
to a polling station and don't have a pink sheet. It's not possible.
But he didn't have the pink sheet.
So that means there was nobody there.
But that's a lousy job of a big opposition party like the NDC.
I'm only telling you. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you have polling agents, you definitely
But if you don't have a polling agent, I think it's a mathematical outcome. How can somebody change anything?
No. You see, Paul, when you sit down in your studio here... And
so you're right. Okay, MPP 96, NDC 96. Then Hassan Ayariga 5. You won't give him the 5. Who do you give the 5 to?
I don't know what they do.
They share it.
I don't know.
2.5. I don't know. NDC and MPP.
I just don't know.
No, but I'm asking because really, what's the point?
I don't know.
Do you think that government should fund the polling agents' bits for election day for all political parties, all contesting political parties? Government should pay the polling agents.
I think that the government should be able to give resources for people to pay their polling agents.
No,
if only government
pay directly or give resources to pay.
Give resources to pay.
When I talk about government,
so
I mean the electoral commission.
Yes, so
can the electoral commission take hold of polling agents, pay them same amount of money? You can top up if you want.
Yes, you can top up if you want.
So
I think
pay
that
them
will help us.
Same amount of money
that will help
and put them there.
That will help a lot of the minority parties. And I'm telling you this, Paul, I think that we should do away with the issue of winner takes it all kind of political strength.
I've been saying that forever.
Yes, and also look at the issue of not having a second term, what do you call it?
Chamber.
No.
Second round election.
How
should we go about it? You win.
No. You go for 51+1. If you don't get 51+1, you form coalition with minority parties.
Oh, that can take you there.
Oh,
you are talking the British style.
It will now give
not another election.
Yes. You don't need another election. It will strengthen our democracy, strengthen the minority political parties. So that when the APC or the MPP
so when you get a situation like 2008, where Akufo-Addo MPP get 49%, 2008 Mills gets 47%.
Yes.
Both of them are capable of hitting the 50 with the coalition.
What
happens? So whoever gets the coalition.
So now they goes to the minority parties
for the coalition.
For the coalition. So they say, okay.
But that makes you a very important person.
That is what we need.
That's what you are looking for.
That is what we need now.
I agree with you.
And that one will also make us look. Yes, exactly.
But that will make Hassan Ayariga very important.
Not only Hassan Ayariga, every vote important.
Really?
Every vote becomes very important.
So if
the corruption that we are having now will now be the thing of the past.
Oh, but that will be more corruption. Because
there won't be corruption.
No. If you, Hassan Ayariga, you are holding 3%.
Listen to me.
That 3%, you can sell it to Professor Mills. You can also sell it to Nana Akufo-Addo. You go for the highest bidder.
Not going for the highest bidder.
You will go for the highest bidder. I can assure you.
I am telling you that I will go for the party that believes in my policies.
Or you go for the one that's making you vice president.
The party. I don't need that.
But if all of them tell you they believe in your policies, what do you do?
If the one that you have to implement those policies. If you don't, along the run, I withdraw.
But if you withdraw, what happens?
Then you go back to opposition.
How? He's sworn in as president.
No, that is the power you get.
You are talking the British political system.
Exactly. When you make a mistake and the president withdraws his power, you now go back to opposition.
Because you become minority.
Thank you.
That's too fragile. That's too fragile.
That also makes the minority parties very strong. Because right now, the NDC and the MPP goes to tell people that, if you vote for Ayariga, you are wasting your vote. If you vote for CPP, you are wasting your vote.
Yeah,
now, they will now believe that their vote is not being wasted. Because when you vote for APC or CPP, their vote is counted based on the kind of
This is the point I've been making about this fix the country and the young people. Let us think about solutions rather than just shouting slogans. I like this conversation. We'll come to it another day because we are planning to look at the French political system, the British political system, the American political system, and see what kinds of amendments we should bring to our constitution.
Exactly.
And move forward. I think that's a better conversation for young people. Michelangelo, do you have any messages over there? Yes. Please name the people as we end this part of the conversation.
Yes. People are speaking on Mr. Ayariga's driver. Emmanuel Entry says, please let's drag his driver to the General Legal Council for questioning. Ebenezer Frimpong says, if you don't have polling agents, then what is your concern? Kindly keep your comments decent. Linda Anglo says, fear your driver, okay? He didn't vote for you. Ernest Clinton says, Kwame Pa. And Nana also says, Kwame should have a lie detector test. Frimpong Benny says, haha, Paul. Good evening, Ghana is interesting. Kwame is on the spot.
Okay, so Hassan, we have to be ending here. You've given us interesting sound bites. We have to be ending, and then. So Paul, we have. I got a new book today, by the way.
Okay. You wrote a new book.
I didn't write. I've not written a book yet, you know. So.
But Kwame, Paul, with your experience,
I should be doing that.
This kind of political
I should.
And the Good Evening Ghana. You should write a book about.
Good Evening Ghana is 20 years this year.
Yeah, you should write a book about Good Evening Ghana and tell your stories.
I should.
From day one. How people think about you, what people say about you.
Where were you in 2001 when we started?
2001.
You were in Germany?
Yeah, 2001. I was in Germany.
You were in Germany?
Yes.
When did you come into this political situation? 2008?
2006.
No, when I first met you around David Lamptey.
Yes.
What year was that?
That was 2000.
That's when you came to run for the presidential
candidate. That was 2012.
To defeat the
2011, 2012.
PNC Mugabe.
Yes, 2011. 2012.
That time you were very popular, you know.
But you're also popular.
There's a book written by Anani on Buzia. Okay. This is the first book that I've seen anybody write on Buzia. It's at the University of Ghana bookshop. It's selling for 200 CDs. And I think that journalists, stop catching people. Go and buy this book and read it. Then you can analyze.
But you should also write something.
I would. Good Evening Ghana is 20 years. And
I think you should write something.
But these days I've grown old, so I have to remember everything.
No, but Paul, you have a lot of experience.
Yes.
People tag you anyhow when you wave to one side.
Yes.
And when you wave to the other side.
Yes.
When there's people will just say their comment. But all I can say is that be focused. All right, be focused in your presentation. There are people who admire you out there, and there are people who disagree with you. No matter who you are, even the president himself, there are a lot of people who disagree. But be principled too, so that if you are being principled, you will know where to direct. So you don't care whether people are happy with you and people are not happy with you. What matters for you is that you are straightforward. You are direct. You tell the truth. You tell ideas.
And it doesn't matter whether you are talking for MPP. The principles are the same.
The principles are the same.
Yeah.
Because you are a journalist and you are doing your work. For you, you say it the way it is. You don't really care.
So are you running 2024?
Most likely.
So you are the founder of the party?
I'm the founder of the party.
Will you make me a running mate?
Paul, you cannot be a running mate.
Why not?
Because you're not a member of the party.
I will become a member of the party.
No, but we will have to analyze you first. And give you a lie detector.
Yeah, a lie detector. I'll leave it here. Hassan. Thank you so much.